Well, hello and welcome to a new video where we are going to take a look at the performance of the Intel HD4000 graphics here in Skyrim, the special edition. And this one is inside a Macbook Pro 13 from 2012, the late edition. So it is the i7-3520M, a dual-core CPU, and 8 GB of RAM, which we have in here. And yeah, it is kind of rough because this is already 720p with the low settings preset and no anti-aliasing enabled whatsoever. And we're still seeing only 17 to 18 FPS. And I mean, in Skyrim, it's not really that much of a concern if you don't have 30 FPS or 60 FPS because it still usually feels playable most of the time. But yeah, this is rough. Like, aiming here is not easy. Definitely not easy at all. But yeah, I mean, this is a 2012 13-inch MacBook, and you can see the super high temperatures that we are having on our CPU, which is due to the fact that this little machine feeds its CPU 30 watts while at the same time not really using its fan at all. And by the way, only having one fan inside a metal chassis with no real vents. So I guess it's kind of to be expected. But on the bright side, we're seeing that we are getting the max turbo boost that we should see on the dual core with 3.4 gigahertz or even exceeding that to 3.6 gigahertz, which is the most turbo boost speed that we should be seeing in this i7 CPU. So yeah, I guess it's kind of bad that we're still not really getting too much playable FPS here. With this, even though it obviously performs at its best right now. But yeah, I would say it's still playable. And I mean, if you're having a 2012 machine and if you're planning to play on a 2012 machine, a 13-inch machine without a dedicated GPU, I guess you should be lowering your expectations a little bit if you plan on playing modern titles, or more modern titles such as this one. Yeah, but I think it's still cool that you can absolutely play this game. I mean, obviously it is not a perfect experience, but I would guess that I would be able to play through the entirety of Skyrim this way and still have not a problem, even though obviously there would be systems that would deliver you a better experience here. But yeah, so far, I would still deem this playable. Not really super enjoyable, but still playable. I mean, you can definitely feel the lag with your mouse, and you can see that the vegetation is only popping in like a few meters in front of you due to the fact that we're playing this really on the lowest settings available. But still, nevertheless, it is not a super bad looking game, at least if you're playing this on a 13-inch machine, I guess. So yeah, it's playable and you have to play at the lowest settings with the lowest resolution settings available. But yeah, you should still be able to get a somewhat enjoyable experience out of that.